It is not about me asking our fans to keep calm. No. I don't need Arsenal fans to keep calm. I want them to keep up with the energy. It helps us win games. Ladies and gentlemen, Arteta don't want peace. He wants problems. Always. The Gunners family, Baba don't face press conference ahead of that game that is coming up on Sunday. Arsenal at home taking on Manchester United. And right now, tap the like button for me while we begin to dissect everything one after the other. First of all, team news. They asked Baba how far, who they available, and Baba said the good news is that Piero Nketiah and Ricardo Calafiori, the two of them, are now back training with the boys. They asked, will they be available for tomorrow's game? He said right now, he cannot tell if they are going to be available for the game that is coming up tomorrow because there's another training section that is coming up tomorrow. After then he's going to take his decision if they are going to be available against Manchester United. Moving on. They say, Baba, sometimes ago, now you asked for selection headache. And right now, the selection headache is now on you. Because as we speak right now, Gyökeres, Gabriel Jesus, and Kai Havertz, the three of them are now available. How you want to manage this headache within your head right now? And Baba said, yes, of course, this is what I asked for. And I'm very happy that the three of them are now available. One thing I can assure you is that the three of them are definitely going to get their minute and the three of them are going to play. They can ask Baba again, say, okay, did you think the availability of Kai Havertz and Gabriel Jesus right now, did you think they are going to help Victor Gyökeres to improve his game? And Baba said, yes, of course, because when the two of them know they are available, responsibility, it choke for a neck. We cannot talk another thing. But right now, it is more like a division of labor and everybody is going to join hands together to get the job done. Then ask Baba again, say, how much of a tough opponent did you think Manchester United is going to be compared to the Manchester United of the last few weeks? And Baba said, Michael Carrick is now in and it is now a different energy. Baba said he watch the game where they play against Manchester City and he see how tough Manchester United were. And this is what we have been preparing for. This is what we have been waiting for. We are waiting for them at the Emirates Stadium to come and show their toughness. Ladies and gentlemen, they asked Mikel Arteta about Ethan Nwaneri. They asked Baba, say, how tough was it for you to make that decision for Ethan Nwaneri to move to Olympique Marseille? And Mikel Arteta said, look, all of our young players are still developing and they need minutes. They need time to play. But Ethan Nwaneri is not getting the minutes over here. That was why we spoke to his agent and his parents and we all reached a conclusion that he should go out on loan and the best place for him to go is Olympique Marseille where he's going to develop properly. So we are keeping a close watch on Ethan Nwaneri. Anyway, that is that about that. Then as Baba said, there is a statistic outside right now that they said you are the team where we say club are low blocking against the most. And you are the team where we say in the Premier League so far so good. You have been able to break the low blocks the most. How will I think they do all of these things? And did you think at the end of the day, if you win the Premier League, did you think everything boils down on the club where Sabi break low block the most? And Mikel Arteta said, look, everybody have their own weapon where they use to defend and where they use to attack, where they use to win games. Everybody will deploy whatever they know how to do. And those that are low blocking, that shows that that is what they know how to do. So whatever weapon that anybody want to use is allowed. No being go come outside to counter anybody. Wait till they go use. Anyway, that is that about that. Moving on right now, they ask Baba, say, come, only you won in the UEFA Champions League. You don't play Atletico Madrid. You don't play Bayern Munich. And you don't play Inter Milan. Now, against these three top clubs, you've scored 10 goals. 10 goals against these three top clubs. Tell us the difference between playing in Europe and playing in the Premier League. And Mikel Arteta say, when it comes to playing in Europe and playing in your local league, there is a big difference between it. There is no doubt. Simply because, number one, Baba said the way the games are being managed, he said sometimes they are different. Number two, he said sometimes the rule also can be different. And number three, Baba said the difference of, this, you are going to get kicked out of the tournament and you are not going to get kicked out of the tournament also determine the way clubs used to approach the game. So that's the big difference for him where they between, playing in Europe and playing in the local leagues. Anyway, moving on right now. They asked Baba about Kai Havertz. Say, Tom, Kai Havertz is now back. But we've not seen him play in the Premier League since all of this while. We've seen he don't return back. What did they sub, Gaga? Tell us about him. Is he fully fit? How far about him? And Mikel Arteta said, look, Kai Havertz is just back from a long-term injury and we will not want to rush him. For now, we still need to keep on managing the workload on him till the guy is going to be 100% fit, and by then you start seeing him back to back. Moving on onto the place where I take start this video. They call ask Baba say, Baba, we know say you know the social media, but Arsenal fans, there's been nerves and tension, especially when the game is looking like it's not going well. There's always been nerves and tension in the midst of Arsenal fans. What is your message to Arsenal fans in terms of, probably trying to persuade them to relax and calm down in one way or the other? And Mikel Arteta say in no one piece. Baba said it is not about telling the fans to calm down. He said no. Say he did not need Arsenal fans to calm down. He want them to keep up with that energy. Say that energy, they give them extra motivation and they give them extra ginger to do more on the pitch. So as fans, they come outside, as una they come outside from time to time to criticize, to scream on them. Baba say make una continue. Say the thing they give them more ginger, more motivation to win games. Anyway, they can't ask Baba say, Bukayo Saka has gone 12 games without a goal. What did they play about this brother? And Mikel Arteta said, take it or leave it. There are times like this in the life of a player. He will deal with it. He will come back. But, he has not been scoring goals. But you and I have been seeing his impact on the field. And he's helping the team to win games. That is the most important for now. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the Gunners family, these are one or two matters we be say. They are key points out of everything we be say Mikel Arteta talk today. Tap the like button for me in case you never do that.